Hey folks, and welcome back to Vitality in Seniors. Let's chat for a minute. When you hear the words heart attack, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, it's that dramatic scene from the movies, right? Someone gasps, clutches their chest, and falls to the floor. But what if I told you that most of the time, a heart attack doesn't look like that at all? In fact, it can be so quiet, so subtle, that you might just brush it off as a bad night's sleep or something you ate. Today we're going to talk about the 10 real warning signs your body might be sending you. And please stick with me to the end because the last sign we'll discuss is what I call the body's sixth sense, an intuitive whisper that could be the most important warning you'll ever get. Understanding these signals isn't just knowledge, it's power. The power to save your own life or the life of someone you love.
So, just real quick, what's happening during a heart attack? Imagine the plumbing in your house. A heart attack is like a sudden, total clog in a pipe leading to your heart muscle. When the blood flow stops, the heart is starved of oxygen, and that part of the muscle starts to die. That's why every single second counts. Recognizing the early, sneaky signs is your golden ticket. And we're going to start with a sign that is incredibly common, especially for the ladies watching.
Profound, unexplainable fatigue. I'm not talking about the "I spent all day gardening" tired. This is different. This is a bone-deep, sudden exhaustion. It's when simple tasks like making the bed or walking to the mailbox feel like you just run a marathon. You might feel like all the energy has been drained right out of you, for no good reason at all. This is one of the most frequently reported symptoms by women in the weeks leading up to a heart attack. It's so easy to dismiss it as just getting older or not sleeping well. But if this kind of crushing fatigue hits you out of the blue, that's your heart working overtime and struggling. It's telling you something is wrong.
Number 2, nausea, indigestion, or stomach pain. Oh, this one is a real chameleon. How many times have we felt a little queasy and just blamed it on last night's dinner? Here's a fascinating bit of science. There's a major nerve called the vagus nerve that connects your brain, your heart, and your stomach. When your heart is in distress, it sends out alarm signals along this nerve, and sometimes those signals get crossed, making your stomach react. It can feel like heartburn, indigestion, or just a general dull ache in your abdomen. My own aunt experienced this. She kept taking antacids for 2 days, thinking she had terrible acid reflux. It wasn't until she felt a strange ache in her back that my uncle finally convinced her to go to the ER. It turned out to be a heart attack. So here's a question for you all, and please share in the comments because it could help someone else. Have you ever had a stomach issue that just felt different, one you couldn't explain? It's a conversation we need to have more often.
3. Shortness of breath. This can happen with or without any chest discomfort. You might just be sitting in your favorite chair, reading a book, and suddenly feel like you can't get enough air. It's a feeling of being winded without having done anything to cause it. Think of your heart as the body's engine. If the engine isn't pumping fuel, oxygen-rich blood, efficiently to the rest of the body, the system goes on alert. Your lungs are told to work harder to bring in more oxygen, leaving you feeling breathless. For many, especially those with diabetes, this might be the only symptom they have.
Okay, so we've covered these subtle internal feelings. Now let's talk about pain, but maybe not where you'd expect it. 4. Pain that spreads, or radiating pain. This is one of the craftiest tricks a heart attack can play. Instead of a clear pain in the chest, the discomfort shows up somewhere else.
This is because the nerves from your heart and other parts of your body, like your arm, jaw, and back, all send signals to the brain through the same spinal pathways. The brain can get confused and misinterpret the location of the threat. Common places you'll feel this are the arm, usually the left, but it can be both. It might feel like a deep ache, heaviness, or numbness. The jaw, neck, or back, a sense of tightness or aching, especially between the shoulder blades. Women in particular tend to report this back and jaw pain more often than men. I remember a neighbor of mine, Bill, a tough guy who loved his yard work. He complained for a day about a sore jaw and a tired left arm. His wife kept telling him to get it checked, but he just said, "Oh, I must have pulled something hauling that bag of soil." Thankfully, she didn't take no for an answer. She drove him to urgent care, and they sent him straight to the hospital. He was having a heart attack. Never, ever dismiss pain that doesn't have a clear cause.
5. Cold sweat. You're not hot. You haven't been exercising. But all of a sudden, you break out in a cold, clammy sweat. It feels completely different from normal perspiration. This is your body's fight or flight response kicking into high gear. When the heart is struggling, your nervous system goes into alarm mode to try and cool the body down, even if you're not hot. If you get this symptom along with any of the others, especially dizziness or chest discomfort, it's a major red flag.
These physical signs are crucial, but the warnings aren't just physical. Your emotional and mental state can send some of the strongest signals of all. 6. Sudden dizziness or lightheadedness. If you stand up too fast, you might feel a little woozy for a second. That's usually normal. But this is a sudden, out-of-nowhere wave of dizziness or a feeling that you're about to faint even while sitting down. This happens because the clog in your artery is preventing your heart from pumping enough blood to your brain. Your brain is the first to notice that drop in pressure and oxygen.
7. A sense of overwhelming anxiety or doom. This one is deeply unsettling. It's a sudden, intense feeling of anxiety or a sense of impending doom that comes out of nowhere. You can't explain it, but you just feel like something terrible is about to happen. This isn't a typical panic attack. Researchers believe this is a primal, instinctual response from your brain, which senses it's in grave danger from the lack of oxygen. Your survival instincts are screaming at you. For women, this feeling is sometimes misdiagnosed as anxiety, but it's your body's built-in alarm system. Listen to it. 8. Heart palpitations or an irregular rhythm. You might suddenly become very aware of your own heartbeat. It could feel like it's racing, skipping a beat, a flutter, or just pounding irregularly in your chest. When heart cells are deprived of oxygen, it can disrupt the heart's electrical system, which controls your heartbeat. This is a sign that the heart is under extreme stress and struggling to function. And now, let's talk about the one we all think we know, but its true nature might surprise you. 9. Chest discomfort, the classic sign. Here's the key word, discomfort, not always pain. While some people do experience a severe, crushing pain, many others describe it differently. It can feel like pressure, as if an elephant is sitting on your chest, or squeezing or fullness, a tightness right in the center of the chest, or a bad case of heartburn. This classic sign is more common in men, but for anyone, man or woman, don't wait for a 10 out of 10 pain. Any new, unexplained discomfort in your chest that lasts for more than a few minutes needs immediate attention. 10. A vague feeling that something's just not right. And here we are, at the final and perhaps most crucial sign. It's that sixth sense I mentioned. Before the more obvious symptoms begin, many heart attack survivors say they just felt off. They couldn't put their finger on it. They just had a strange, persistent feeling that something was wrong inside their body. This is your intuition. It's your nervous system picking up on a whole symphony of tiny internal signals that your conscious mind hasn't processed yet. We live in our bodies every single day. We know what normal feels like. Please, I urge you, do not ignore that gut feeling. It might be the earliest and most valuable warning your body can give you.
So, if you or someone you're with experiences any of these signs, what do? The steps are simple and non-negotiable. 1. First and most importantly, call 911 immediately. Do not wait to see if it goes away. Do not let anyone convince you it's probably nothing. Every minute that passes means more potential damage to the heart muscle. 2. While waiting for help, sit down and try to stay calm. A half-sitting, half-lying position is often most comfortable for breathing. And please, never, ever try to drive yourself to the hospital. Symptoms can worsen in an instant, endangering you and everyone else on the road. Let the paramedics do their job. My friends, the best way to treat a heart attack is to prevent it with a healthy lifestyle. But the second best thing is to recognize it early. I hope this conversation has empowered you. Share this video with your children, your friends, your neighbors. This isn't just a video, it's a life-saving tool. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to Vitality in Seniors and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future chats. Stay well, stay aware, and take good care of that incredible heart of yours. I'll see you in the next video.